All right, Monday, February 5th, let's go over Cosmik ZTP signals for today, NASDAQ, all the other markets, RTY, gold, crude oil. So let's start with the NASDAQ. These are the same settings I used on Friday and the same brick size. I don't want you to think I'm changing brick sizes and settings every day. I do change them once in a while. Sometimes they need to be changed, but no, I do not do it every day. A few rules again, if you're not familiar with my approach to trading Cosmic. I like to trade the first signal in a given direction. I don't like keep taking signals in the same direction, let's say consecutive signals. Very often a move gets overdone and then price can move against you. I also target fairly small amounts. I believe, especially with this time frame, you should be going for scalps. This is not the kind of time frame that you can be going for 40 points. I mean, maybe you'll get them and it's great, but I don't know how realistic it is to keep going for very large targets. So I also don't like to keep trading. So I get a winning trade, I'm done. I am not the kind of trader that keeps wanting more and more and more. I have a winning trade, I'm finished, but I am going to kind of show the signals as they occurred. Once again, these signals do not repaint. So we open up at 9:30 and there is a long signal out of the gate. Now it's not the first one, so maybe you would have taken it, maybe you wouldn't. The fact is there is a signal and it would have been a winning trade for 80, $100 and more. I would probably skip it. This is the trade I would participate in. A short trade. This is the first short in a sequence, right? So I would take this short and I would have gotten my quick $100 or whatnot. You see how the following signals are not always as good. So when market is trending beautifully, you can have second and third and fourth signals, which are great. But most of the time, really, the Nasdaq kind of moves back and forth. It's not really trending most of the time. Most of the time, it's just sideways. So this is a beautiful trade. Now, actually, in the room today, we were looking for long trades at this point, and I did not take this short. I mean, okay, to be completely honest, I actually took this long only because I kept saying in the room that I was looking for long trades. This is what I was looking for. I did not take the short. Then there is a long signal here, but this is the news, right? So this is the news, and if you manage to grab it, you'll probably need automation. There is probably enough here for a scalp, but news is a bad idea to trade. A short, again, I did not participate in the short, but there is a short trade that would have worked out. And again, take a look at the second one, right? That's why I prefer the first trade. The first one is beautiful. But in a market that goes sideways, second one might not be. So this long, probably enough for a scalp. It is enough for a scalp here. Again, as long as your targets are reasonable, there is no issue. Then an amazing short trade. You can see these are targets that Cosmic Z has, and it hits all of them. Again, I would only take the first one here. Second one was also enough for a scalp, but not the third one. So you see how the first one is the best, which is why I prefer first trades only. This long is definitely good enough for a scalp, but again, not the second one. Okay, I want to talk about this. This trade was good enough for a scalp, but I want to just talk about something. When there is what I consider to be an overextended move, means a very quick directional move. If there was a short here signal, it would have been great, but there wasn't one with the settings I have. Well, I would not have taken this short. I just wouldn't, because in my opinion, this becomes overdone. Yes, it's a winning trade. This would have been enough here. Objectively speaking, there is enough here for a scalp. I would just be thinking after such a move, I expect sideways behavior like a consolidation, if not an outright reversal the other way. Sure enough, we get a reversal the other way. And again, you see this? Just the settings I have. So now I'm beginning to think maybe I need to adjust these settings somewhat. I did not get
NQ by signal 1.
I did not get a short trade here, and then I did not get a long trade. So this has to do with basically the RSI, the MFI, and the stochastics. Those settings decide what kind of a pullback you want before a signal appears, right? So nothing here. And again, see, so these are winning trade. This is a winning long trade, no question. But I would not have participated in it. Now, another thing with me is I don't like to trade after 10:30, 11 o'clock. By this point, I already had my trade. I took my target and I'm done. If I was trading at this time, I would not have taken this long for the same reason, overdone. Just like the short was overdone and price reversed, we have a situation, again, after the fact, but in real time, when this happens, you don't know, right? This to me looks somewhat overdone, but definitely beautiful trade. No short, long, and again, unfortunately, no long earlier, but another long trade here that definitely would have worked out. Second one, not so much. I'm not sure if there was enough here for a scalp. Maybe, but again, you see how the first one is far better than the second one. Then no short, no long. Cosmik, now why did I choose these settings that I chose? Because it helps me filter chop, right? So it's always a trade-off, right? So I can't participate because of the settings I have. I miss some trades. But the benefit is very often I get to stay away from choppy conditions that could have gotten me into a trade that would have been a losing trade. So everything is a trade-off. Here is a short, and first definitely gives you enough for a scalp, no question. Again, this is not the time I would like to trade, but this is still a good signal. And now we are here, real time, and no signal here. So again, unfortunately, no signal here. But again, right, so you got to figure out what is it that you are after. Do you want to participate in every opportunity, or do you want a way to filter choppy conditions? You cannot have both. Everything is a trade-off. You cannot have both. Overall, terrific signals today from Cosmik Z on NASDAQ. The Russell, again, same brick size, same settings from Friday, no change. So we're opening up. This is a bit before, so I would not consider this a trade. If you took it, obviously it's a beautiful winning trade, but nothing. So this is the first trade. So it's the first short. So you could ask, but there was a short already. Why would you say you would take this short? Because in between there was like a reset, right? It's true there was no long trade, but the indicator went bullish here. So it's like a reset. As far as I'm concerned, this is now becomes the first short in this bearish condition, right? So I mean, beautifully, hit your target, done. Again, the way I trade is I don't keep going to the well. I don't do that. Amazingly beautiful short trade. As far as I'm concerned, these two are the same trade because you would not hit your target here yet. So this is all kind of first signal. This would be the second signal. Second signal here would be enough for a scalp. It would be. Third one, no. No. So again, going to the point of first signal only. So then we turn bullish. This is the first long in the sequence. Again, enough for a scalp. Second one, no. First one, yes. Second one, no. first short signal, definitely enough for a nice trade. Here is a question which I cannot answer because by this point I was done with the Russell. Again, not knowing what's going to happen. Would I consider this an extended move and avoid this short? You see, if this short was here, would have taken it for sure, but now the market went down quite a bit. Is this overextension? I don't know. It's not as bad as the Nasdaq was in the previous chart I showed you. I'm not sure. Really, in reality, I'm not sure if I would have taken this short trade, but I'll just show you the signals. I mean, turned out, amazingly beautiful trade. Second signal, great as well. Not the third signal, right? So again, not the third signal. And then we move to the time that I already begin to be iffy about trading. Is this enough for a scalp? I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe not. And then, yeah, so again, tiny, you would need to have pretty small targets here. That's the reality to hit anything. Otherwise, it's an outright loss. Then an amazing winning, wow, a monster winning trade. So it all depends how you would handle it, right? Again, for me, it's a one and done. Once I hit my goal, once I hit my winning trade, I'm finished. I don't care what's going to happen later. If you kept on trading, then you would have had one, maybe two losses, and then followed by a huge winner. This would be a very small loss, followed by again a very nice win. And now we are in real time here. So I guess Russell is mixed. You should have come out ahead. Definitely, if you were done after the first trade, you would have come out ahead. Otherwise, it was a battle today with the Russell. All right, gold, a bit after gold opens, and there is a first short. Again, definitely enough for $100+ here per E-mini contract. One and done, finished. Again, second signal, you see, not so great. Now we can look, but again, this is enough for a scalp. Then the news, you can see this is news. So maybe, we would ignore all of these signals. And then a short, which would have taken some heat. In this case, the second trade would have been better, but you only know that after the fact. Here is a short, definitely works out for a nice scalp, and again, should be done. And now this is real time. Again, no signal here. So the question is, do I adjust my settings to try and catch every trade, or do I prefer to try and avoid chop, in which case I'm going to miss out on some trades? So this is the eternal question. Like here, I like the location of this trade. This would have been better, but again, you can't have perfection. The point is, you definitely hit your target here. But for me, again, this is the trade and I am done. So this is crude oil. Again, same brick size, same settings as on Friday, no change. At some point, one of these longs would have worked out. Now, if you did not take the long, which is understandable because there were long signals before the market opened. Here is a situation again. You see this extended move. It is, in my opinion, too extended. Same logic I spoke about before, right? I did not take this trade. I didn't because if it happened here, I would have taken it for sure. 10 out of 10 times, I would have taken it. 7 out of 10 times, it would have been a winning trade, at least 7 out of 10 times. But the time it gets here, now I'm thinking consolidation, I'm thinking possible outright reversal. And yeah, not great. So then no long trade. Now this one I'm taking. This one.
NQ, buy signal 2.
Sorry. This one I'm taking. And this one I believe I actually took, I don't remember actually. Maybe I stayed away from oil completely today because now it's after 10, but I think I participated in that. So If I did, that's enough for a scalp. Again, each one of these is $30. So this is enough for a scalp and then some. Second trade obviously is even better than the first. Could have taken the second one. I probably would have hit my target on the first. I'm not sure. If I did, again, I don't remember if I traded it at this point. But no matter what, this is enough for a scalp. But you see again how later signals are just not as good in a choppy market, in a non-directional market. You don't want to keep on going for signals. So now we can take a look again. No long trade here. This one is a losing short for sure, a losing short. And then we get again kind of an overextended move. I would not trade in this time anymore, but if someone wanted to, this is a winning trade. But again, to me, this is kind of overextended. And because of the settings I have, which are more conservative, there was no long signal here. If I loosen up some of the settings, this, for example, would have resulted possibly, I mean, I have no way of knowing for sure, but maybe it would have resulted in a long signal. A long signal here, I would have taken 10 out of 10 times. But the time they get here, I get iffy. Yes, it was a winning trade. Yes, but again, here you don't know. You kind of look back and you say, wow, look how much we moved already. The signal worked out fine, but I would not have taken it. Besides the fact it's already the time that I don't trade. But again, second one not nearly as good. And now we have real time. This is where we are. So yeah, so crude oil, another market today that would have been challenging, very sideways. Overall, the system handled itself well, I think. This is a losing trade, but overall, if you went for that first one, it would have been a one and done. You would have hit your $100. This one would have given it to you. This one would have given it to you. But you don't want to, again, keep trading. Eventually probability works itself out. If you have a 70% win rate, out of 10 times, you will still lose 3 on average. So, and don't keep taking signals. I'm telling you, in the same direction. Don't do it. And also, when you get overextended moves, be careful with that. Like this one worked out, but just be careful with overextended moves. Very often after this, there is consolidation or an outright reversal. So yeah, so that's it for today. Please leave me a like, and it lets me know that people are getting something out of this. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Again, kind of helps me grow the channel, and this way I can help more people. If you're interested in purchasing this system, email me first. I might be able to get you a better price than the one on the Ninzaco website. So let me know. Thank you all. See you tomorrow.